maybe next year.
Yeah,
But 3 years later, this interactive communication is going to start.
It already exists on the new iPhone. It has.
New iPhone?
Yeah.
You're also using a 10, right?
Yeah.
Then this has a face recognition.
Face recognition.
Very, very easy. Yeah,
Face
this is very useful because
Is it?
Yes. So, for example, if I pick up, then open.
Right. But okay, now I find your phone and I really want access to your data. So I 3D print your face and I open your phone.
Right. Yes, that is I think one of the vulnerability.
Oh.
Yes.
Really? Face recognition?
So that I don't trust 100% of the face recognition, but for my daily use,
Right.
Very.
You're not. But okay, so then the question is, where does it stop? Like basically, now we are using a lot of the technology because it becomes more comfortable, because it becomes more easy, and we get more tailored information. But when does it become a surveillance state? Like, for example, when does this turn into former Eastern Germany or something like that? That's like Eastern Germany, people were paralyzed. They were completely, they were observed, they were tracked. But actually we are being tracked on a level far beyond that they were capable of in Eastern Europe at the time. So where does this end? Where do we say, okay, well, this is getting out of hand?
I don't understand what you mean.
Well, the question is, with all these AIs and all the tracking, they all need data.
Why East Germany?
Well, East Germany, well, until 1989, Eastern Germany was a surveillance state.
Yeah,
it was the Stasi was observing people. People were being observed, and they completely freaked out.
Animal.
Right. Yeah. Animal farm. So where do we actually lose control and we enter in a kind of surveillance state? Because people don't seem to care at the moment.
Okay, don't misunderstand. I'm talking about not supervise, not observe, but this is she going to recommend you. Okay, or if she going to.
But she can only do that.
Okay, I tell you, she's very flexible. You're going to tell her, don't bother me. Okay, I don't bother you. Do you need, if you need some suggestion or support, tell me. Suggestion, support, recommendation, opinion, whatever you like. I'm going to selective opinion will give it for you. If you don't want anything, okay, I don't do that.
Right, but how does she know what I want if she doesn't learn from my behavior?
No. If you first glance your face, she understands.
Right. Okay. So that's already possible. But if she wants to become better and really be worth her salt as an assistant, she needs to understand and know you.
Oh my God, she understands your character.
Right, but that's only she only understands my character.
Reaction
she only understands my character if she learns. Now that data that sits somewhere, how do we prevent that data to become available?
No, she don't make any reaction against you. Okay, she always.
No, but okay, but what if my computer is stolen and they use all that data?
No, she cannot any reaction
against
for the other person. She cannot open for the other people. If you open the PC, but she never showed anything at all. If the other people to own this one, and she's going to ask you, just tell me your birthday. So you can tell her birthday. She's going to shut it out. Sorry. Goodbye. Right? So this is 3 years.
Very
3 years later.
Basic level of security.
3 years later, and 3 years later, and she understands your face recognition is just kind of face recognition. And 3 years later, is I did this job. Okay, 10 years ago, I did job, and 5 years ago, and the Chinese company do that face recognition. Many kind of type they can recognize. Smile, angry, whatever, and they recognize that status. He's angry.
Yeah,
he's smiling.
But going back to the main track.
I'm talking about and going back to the basic morale. Now is AI area is getting the morale.
Mm-hmm.
Moral means very sensitive area, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Not business process, not kind of, operational level. This is different. This is more mental issue.
Mm.
And so she understands Edo's face, what kind of situation. And she just sighed, right? Okay, she never forget that kind of, she's sighing, okay, oh, he's tired. So she never make reaction, any kind of sort of action. It's very soon. So mentally, she's going to take any action. Mentally, not only business process. Okay, I want to.
So
As you
in
know
a-
that,
so-
this Mac can do that. Windows has this Visual Basic, right? So they can make a flow of business flow in the system, right? And step by step, and he can tracing back what kind of business process you can do that. Do you know that? Windows can do that.
Okay.
And automatically tracing and several jobs they can handle by themselves. But this is now is they can 3 years later, and they're going to interactive, action they're going to make.
But still, I doubt that such kind of current technology, whether such kind of technology can advance in the level
Okay.
where
Like this, 3 years later, Mac is going to change. What they're going to change is, could you open PowerPoint? She said yes. What kind of PowerPoint do you want? Okay, this is I'm going to take a dinner list.
yeah, but
This is 3 years later, but 10 years later different.
So opening the PowerPoint file by the oral the commands is totally different from the issues of the moral sort of.
Yes, the 10 years later this is complete 100% for moral. From what moral is open the PC,
Many people,
immediately she recognizes his mood.
Mhm.
Immediately recognize his mood, then she's going to recommend something. If she don't ask,
It's
she
easy.
don't take any action.
That's too easy. I'm always in a
Right?
foul mood.
Do you agree with me?
But okay. So basically, what I think two things are important. One thing is AI will have big impact, but it only works if we put a lot of data into it. What are we going to do with that data? How are we going to keep it under control and prevent our society to become a surveillance state? Number two is, if we look at education, we both come from, Europe and Japan, we both come from a tradition where education was aimed at educating people to become gentlemen. So putting that and the immediate future where AI will become more important, we can already assess that like basic tasks can be taken over by software and hardware. That is the future is already here. So I would say that there is an immediate need to adjust our education and to focus on the roots of our educational system, which is to introduce more ethical studies into our curriculum in the schools.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. Yeah, and also the topics of this morning is also same. That related with that issue, and. So this morning I explained about the one private academies at the end of the Edo era, because that was the beginning of the Japanese modern education system, and the Meiji new government hired their system or rules or education methodologies, and because the name was Kangien, which existed in the Oita prefecture. Operated by the very famous Confucianist Confucian Hirose Tanso, and he combined two philosophy. One is moral education, which lasts